Hey guys, it's Googlybear,
And I'm Arod.
and this is how to make a homemade bong on a budget.
Well, obviously you're gonna need
Your bottle.
your bottle.
That's what holds your water. Obviously, I mean, if you're watching this video, you probably know how bongs work, so we're not gonna get really in depth with it, how it works. But what you're gonna do is you're gonna melt a hole into the side here. If you can see that hole there, that's good, yeah. Preferably the size of the pieces you're gonna see next, and that's pretty much what's gonna allow you to get into the water, pretty much, and you're gonna take the hit out of the top here. So we're gonna show you the pieces now. These pieces can be made actually with a home-bought, any store-bought pen, but preferably one like this, one with a grip on it helps. And you're gonna what you want to do is you're gonna melt, but I guess soften the plastic around this area here, so you can bend it up like this. So that way you won't have your pen sticking straight out. You'll have it right here, kind of bent in.
Yeah.
And then
preferably as a bowl, you would want to use a ratchet piece since it's a very strong metal, and once you burn it, it doesn't
melt or anything. It's metal.
Yeah,
I mean,
pretty much.
Make sure you clean it first, of course, especially if you're taking it out of a toolbox, because you don't know what residue and stuff is on there and things like that. So you'll want to clean that off as best as you can. My personal piece, I used acetone to clean mine, and then I washed it off and everything with soap and water, just to get everything completely off. And you'll be surprised about what, like, even if it looks clean, how much of shit is stuck in there.
Yeah. And also you'll take your ratchet piece and put it on here. As for your bowl, you put your substance in the bowl, as you know. And once you have your hole, make sure it's preferably a right size.
Just the right size for the piece that you're going to use.
Yeah. Preferably why we say use a gripper is because the airtight seal it gives you in here, so you don't have much airflow.
Or you have more airflow.
Well, yeah, better airflow
through
pulling in through your
rather than
pipe.
Air coming in through the hole, the size of the hole and everything.
Yeah.
You go ahead.
To some people, you may want to put a carburetor. Just make a tiny little hole. Literally
Most likely, most people will of course hold their bong like this, so it's best to put your carburetor around this area here, so you can just let go whenever you pull in. Because I've seen actually some water bottle bongs with the carb here on the side, so you'd have to have an extra hand here while you're hitting it and then pull it off. I mean, for most people using a bong, they won't usually need a carburetor; they'll just pull their piece off, as we'll show later on. But because of this type of pipe here, you won't have I guess, built-in carburetor. You won't be able to pull this off to take the hit, unless of course you like hot fingers, but like touching hot metal. But it's gonna be kind of hard to pull off anyways while you're trying to take your hit. So it's good to have a carb around up here, this area here, so you can just kind of clear the chamber while you're taking your hit or after you take your hit, for this type of pipe.
And to also add to that, you can also use your pen piece as an actual pipe, obviously. So
yeah, like just like a normal pipe, as if you were to like I won't really show my face here, but you're just like for example, it's the wrong side. For example, if you were to just hit it like that, you can just hit it like that. It's preferred if you do that kind of way. If you have these screw-on kind of pens here, where there's a second piece here. Put like a piece of cotton or something, or some kind of filter there, so you won't get ash in your mouth. If you want to add anything else to that.
The difference, well, I don't consider use a pen anymore due to the plastic and chemicals and stuff you'll be pulling in.
Yeah.
Like smoking isn't bad enough.
Yeah, the plastic pieces do have their limits. When the metal does heat up to a certain extent and the burning material inside of it heats up, you will melt the plastic. This one's an old war veteran, and you will see the small little hole right there. There's a hole. Don't ask why it's green. There's a little hole right there, and it's because he's burned through because of the material we used.
Has been used in it.
Yeah. it's gotten so hot that it's burned a hole inside in the back there, so it's really hard to hit now. That's why you don't use it anymore.
Yeah.
So now we've this is using a metal piece instead. This is more of the advanced kind of
big modification that I pulled off.
This is more for the advanced types. If you have like these kind of things in your reach, in your inventory, I guess, we would strongly recommend using this instead, since it's all metal. And of course, you'd have to clean all the metal first properly. But once you have all the metal on there, it's much safer than plastic.
Yeah, mostly. Even if you can't get your hands much on a metal piece, yes, you always have the pen. They're throwaways, whatever. But I can't promise you that you will have the same pieces as I, because I've found some pieces that are just around the house kind of things. But here's just an example of what.
I mean, of course, you can improvise. You can always get pieces that are similar to that, and use those. But let me just say before you start, the size for these pieces, for the pipe for these pens, a good size for that would be a 5/16 ratchet piece, because it's the not the entrance, the hole on that side is to put on the pipe. Is a very good size for that. It fits right on snug, and it doesn't fall off when you turn it upside down or anything. Just to show you, it fits right on there. Kind of have to push a little bit, but then it's very sturdy and it stays on there very well. And for the
this advanced sort of thing here, see, I took the gripper from the ordinary pen, and I found this other piece. I can't give you a name for it, much less to tell you what it is for. To those that know what it is, please feel free to use it. When I use the gripper, you must be saying, "Oh, you're using plastic. You're still burning it." That's funny because
it's not being heated
burned,
really at all.
Much less heated.
Yeah, it's not really being heated at all. That piece actually goes into the bottle. If you want to demonstrate, it goes
attaches straight into the water.
Yeah.
And the reason for using the gripper, again, airtight seal. And trust me, it really helps.
Having an airtight seal is very crucial to having a very nice hit, because if you're letting air in, then you're not pulling enough from the pipe or from the piece itself, meaning that you're going to get more and more air into the bottle instead of the smoke that you want, using whatever substance you want to use. I think it's best to not mention certain things, by the way.
Yeah. And this piece right here, I happened to find out on the road. It looks like a little exhaust piece to a model car, but it ended up being very sturdy in a metal wood, and apparently it fits very nice. Like, it fits very snug on here. You have to push in a few taps, but that's just to make sure it doesn't fall off. As you can see, nothing comes off. And the ratchet piece I use is a 3/16. 16ths are more preferably, because they seem to fit on almost everything.
Yeah.
And the best part about this, it works almost as if a real bong. Problem with that being, yes, it snugs in nicely, but problem with that being, when the bowl heats up, you kind of have to
hold the actual
small piece area.
If to improvise on that, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, what would be nice to have around this area is if you can get like one of these pen grippers. Grab the other one here. If you can get the grips like these, if you can cut it down to size and kind of heat it up to expand it, use something like a toothpick or something and heat it up and expand it out, you can put a little rim of that around here, and that'll be pretty much a heat-safe grip on it, so you can pull it off anytime and it won't be hot, just to protect your fingers pretty much. But there you have it. That's pretty much how you make a homemade bong, just out of things that you can find like in your garage or in your house or something. Around, if you have some friends that have like extra parts from a toolbox or anything, you can just grab that, or steal it or whatever you want to do. But yeah, that's pretty much how you can make a pretty cheap, fairly inexpensive,
reusable,
yeah,
easygoing bong.
Yeah. And the only problem really before you start
Yeah.
is the size of the ratchet head. You want, like, depending on what substance you use. I mean, we ourselves use tobacco, but that's just us. That's our preference. The size of this doesn't really hold too much, so you'll be having to take multiple hits from it. But I mean, if you just want to do like a small hit or like a small wake and bake or something, it's a really good size. Especially this one. Where'd it go? This one here is much bigger than this one for size comparison. So you'd carry a lot more in this one. So I mean, depending on what you want to do, it's really up to you. It rhymed.
Yeah. And that's pretty much it. But probably the most part you'll have, probably the worst problem you'll possibly have is just having to get a new bottle and just making the hole.
Yeah. The bottle does get dirty no matter what substance you use. Honestly.
You can see the color variation from here to black.
Yeah, it gets a lot darker. This bottle's been used quite a few times, but it does affect your smoke. Even if you clean out the water every so often, you use soap and water, it will still get dirty no matter what, because it is plastic. It will heat up and it will absorb those impurities. So honestly, it's best if you clean it. If you just switch out the bottle I would say every 15 to 20 uses or so.
Yeah, around so.
Depending on what you use. I mean, if you've used tobacco like us, then probably like every 10 to 15 uses. But if you're using other substances that won't really make it as dirty, then probably like every 15 to 20 uses.
Anything else you want to add to it? Or?
I think that's it. Yeah. I mean, I guess the only thing to say now is really if you're making this undercover, don't get caught.
Exactly. Too much memories as a child, but we'll demonstrate how our bongs use in other videos, and
yes, we'll make sure to like if you liked it. I'm honestly not against disliking if you don't like it.
Yeah.
And if you do like it, go ahead and favorite and subscribe if you want. Because we will definitely be making more videos like this in the future, and also we do have another section of the channel where we'll be doing games. We'll be playing games stuff like Let's Plays, so like playing Minecraft and all those
other multiplayer games, stuff like that.
League of Legends sometimes. Mainly from me, I'll be uploading League of Legends commentaries and things like that. I do a lot of commentaries on the tournaments that are going on. And just overall, like whenever we're together, we'll be doing co-op like games and things like that.
Yeah.
Like just like 2-player, like I don't know, Left 4 Dead or something. Two-player, just games like that.
Magic, one of those easygoing Saints Row, something like that.
I really need to play Magic, by the way.
Yeah.
I really need to play that. But yeah, that's really all that there is to it. Yeah, if you we don't really have too much more topics really besides games and making smoking videos really. So if you guys if you like the video and stuff and see the video, first of all, make sure to comment like on topics that we can have in the future for videos or video ideas and things like that. And I mean, we're open to anything. We'll do the cinnamon challenge. We'll do like we'll do all those kinds of things. We'll do like, even some extreme challenges. We'll open our minds up to. So don't hold back on asking or breaking up topics and challenges and things like that for us to do, because we'll be definitely making videos. We do it for viewers, not for our personal enjoyment. Well, we do it for personal enjoyment too, but we do it a lot for the viewers.
Yeah.
So.
We'll also do like little reviews on little technology things, like you know, here that come along the way.
We'll be doing a review soon on the electronic cigarettes.
And also we'll show you how to make the juices for your cartridges. Preferably drops as well, which works for cartridges and I guess I'll shine a little bit light on my life story, I guess, of quitting smoking and everything, and how far I've gotten in life with that. So I think we're about to sign off now. That's pretty much all there is to say. Yep.
Like I said, like, favorite, subscribe, dislike if you want, and see you next time. This has been Googlybear and Arod. And that did not get in the shot at all. And there we go.
Thanks for watching.
Have fun, guys.